Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time of day this is for you. Welcome to a free flowing Fridays. You said it. So this is a special one today. Have the sacred medicines on there. We have sage, and there's some tobacco in there. Actually, I think I saw a little piece of lavender there too, and some cedar on top, and sweetgrass around here. All the positive stuff coming in. I can feel the good things coming, coming, coming. I can feel the good things coming, coming, coming. Out of darkness, lion heart pumping, pumping, pumping. Into white light, all things running, running, running. Who have I been? Who am I becoming? Coming, coming. Ain't wet, not go bare for that song. Darkest Night is actually what it's called. I love that song. And you know, when you feel that, you get in tune with that, you open up to that, boom. All those good things are there. All those good things are there just when you think. Right? It's like you go looking for something. You're looking. I can't find it. What happens, right? You sit down and, whoa, it's right there. You find it the minute you stop looking for it. You know, and that's how it is. We've been talking about love this week, and well, how appropriate, right? Valentine's Day coming up, so, right? It just keeps coming on up in the cards, so. Lost my train of thoughts there. Love. How do you feel about that, right? Do you hold back or do you love without restrictions? Do you limit your love? Do you love unconditionally? What is that? Do you love from your humanity or do you love from the source of your soul? I don't know. That's just a reflect on you coming up this Valentine's Day, whether you're in a relationship or not. Well, we're always in relationship because we're in relationship with everything that is, so we're always. And so what's your part in your relationships? Do you honor those? Do you show your gratitude? Do you hold back, afraid to man, if I tell this one too much, right, they're going to be able to hurt me, you know? That's the thing. When we share from that deep source in us, it makes us vulnerable. But that's where the strength, like how can somebody truly fall in love with our whole being if we don't show that, if we keep parts of ourselves hidden, you know? You know, it's like you come into those relationships and, hey, you might think they're your flaws, but that person thinks that those are just the most beautiful things about you and helps you to transmute how you look at your own self and your own flaws, right? What is that? What is that for you? Yeah, we're going to dive in here. We just get right into a little quickie. Little quickie. Whoa. Aggressiveness. Let's throw that out of the way. Do you aggressively go after your love? I'm going to take it, right? Because now it's time for us to sit back and receive. It's being in a different energy than you've ever been in. You know, embracing that unknown. If you've always been like this, time to sit back and relax. If you've always been a giver, time to sit back and receiver. Balance with balance, right? If you've always been the receiver, it's time for you to give her. So, what's up that for you? What's up that for you? And we all do that with respect. Respect for our sacred space and respect for others. Because as we respect ourselves, it's just naturally going to trickle out. As we respect and love ourselves as part of this whole great divine place, we'll see that everyone is part of that too. So we'll act differently. We'll treat people differently. I don't know. Try it out for yourself and see. I don't know. Don't take my word for it. Just do it. I just regurgitate stuff. Like, what the heck do I know? I'm just being human here too, you know? Connecting with my spirit and all that. Trying to navigate these feelings and emotions. Right? What are they trying to tell me? Call back all of our energies from the east. Place of illumination and clarity. Place of fire. Place of man. Calling back all of our energies from the south. That's the waters, the emotions. Place of child. Then we call back all of our energies from the west. That's the wisdom years. The place of introspection. The earth. The woman. And it's not the wisdom years, it's the introspection. The wisdom years is coming next up here in the north. Mental, air. That's our wisdom years. Our adulthood. We walk our red road, our earth walk goes from childhood, right where we get this passionate, we're spontaneous. Maybe we're more impulsive. We're more impulsive as children. We get that feeling, we get excited about something, we just go, and it's impulsivity. Spontaneity is different because spontaneity takes some forethought, right? We have an idea of what we want to do, and then it's spontaneous when we take that action, but we've already reflected on taking this action, what would it do? So then it's like, nope, I'm going to do this, and we wait for that call, then we act. It's not impulsive then because we've already thought about it. We were just waiting for that moment to make our move, right? So what is that? Are you impulsive or are you spontaneous? So in childhood, hopefully we learn how to become more spontaneous. We don't lose that. So we can just be spontaneous. We don't have to, right? We free ourselves, right? And that's how we get the ideas and needs manifested. If we're sticking to this, right, we don't let, right, an opportunity might come in spontaneously. Whatever that is, I don't know. So as we get up there, we can see, we can look back, we can have that life reflection, that life review, and see how those ideas and needs actually manifested. Was it when we push, or was it like when we were trying to find something, when we relaxed and stopped? Woof, it was right there. I don't know, what's that for you? East to west is the blue road of spirit, is always with us. And there's the East shield. Spirit is always with us. We get illumination and clarity, right? The dawning of the new day, everything, right? We can go to sleep and rest on something. We can ask, we can put a question out there or whatever, ask for answers to come in our dreams and wake up with some clarity. That could be one way. Experiment it with yourself. How do you find clarity for the decisions you're making? Or do you go when you don't have clarity? You know, sometimes there is that leap of faith, taking that spontaneous, not impulsive action, although there's a place for everything, time and place for everything, right? Check in, illumination and clarity. Check in with that spirit. When we check in, get with our source and get in tune with our bodies, that's when we get that clarity. Putting it all together, thoughts, feelings, all that, and then we get that clarity on that direction that we are going in, whatever that is. right? Illumination, clarity on those new abilities or renewed abilities. Maybe they're there, always there, because we're already built with everything that we need to get through this lifetime. It's all been in us. We've come with everything we need to get through, or to even to find those needs and get them met in a much peaceful and loving way where nobody's feeling drained. We're both feeling full from that interaction, whatever that is for you. Maybe that's a new ability. Again, right? The new abilities. Are you a giver? Time to be a receiver. Are you a receiver? Trying to be a giver. What is that for you, right? Trying on something new. Oh, chills down my spine. Thank you, Creator. Above, below, and within. I ain't falling. I'm leaping. Oh, so leaping. That's what I'm going to do. If it shows up, you know, I put that out there, Creator. Bring him to my doorway. If he shows up on my door, I'm leaping. I'm leaping. That's right. Because I'll know for sure. I asked for those signs so that I would know. You can too. We can put that out there. We can't say, right? No, it's got to be this, this, and this. We don't put limits on them and just say, hey, can you show me these things that will help me to recognize? You know, and relationships. As we get into relationships, that's something that I learned younger too. In those, you know, partnership relationships. Every relationship can be a partnership too, right? But in those divine loving ones, right? Not judging, it's free. And they're all meant to be. Each one leads you a little closer. And those feelings. And if, you know, we can keep focused on the stuff that we didn't want, all the stuff that went wrong and blah, blah, blah. We'll just keep bringing more to that until, right, we make that shift within. To go, okay, I'm the common denominator in all my relationships. How am I looking at it? I'm just focused on this. Or I don't believe it's for me or whatever. Or we've talked earlier. You don't put yourself out there and you go, see, I knew I was going to die alone. But you never went out there. You never expressed yourself. I just read something that says, I love you in silence. Look at you in silence and all that and all that. And that's that way to protect ourselves. I'm going to love from over here because then I'm not risking that rejection. But how do you know? Sometimes we reject ourselves. We don't even put ourselves out there again, right? Self-fulfilling prophecies then. Well, I knew it. See? But they don't put it out there. Like I'm one, I say, send them to my door. But I'm not just sitting here. Like there is things. I'm actively doing something, although I'm not going out. That's not me. It's not in the clubs or whatever. But, you know, we put out that heart call. And from that place of not wanting somebody for me, but I have all this love. I want to give so freely to somebody that will appreciate it. And not just take it until I feel so drained. And only give here's a little crumb for you, you know, or I'm going to do a big thing because I feel you noticing that I'm not giving back to you as much as you're giving to me. So I got to do this big thing, you know, then you feel full for a little while, but it slowly trickles away because it doesn't keep, it's not maintained, you know. Well, isn't that how predatory animals work, right? They have those bursts of shots, but you know what? The prey, right? We got the stamina. We can go the distance. I don't know. I'd rather be an animal of prey then. Maybe. I don't know. It's a time for both, right? Time for both. Boo! Okay, we're here. We're now. Okay. Opera. Oh, that's okay. I'll line up the other ones. I did it a different way today, didn't I? Okay, the storytelling, the expansions. What are the stories you're telling yourself about your love life, whatever, whether you're single or in it? Because, you know, we can renew these things too. Even if you're in a relationship, do they get stale? Do they get stagnant? Sometimes we still keep stuff from our partners. Have you fully, you know, been fully vulnerable with your partner? If not, why? If you're afraid, if you're holding back in your relationships, why is that? Is that something in you? You know, first you check within, but also look at the cycles. Look at the cycles in your relationships. Do you expand from them? Do you learn more and grow more? So with each one gets you a little closer to what you've been really waiting for. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do, especially if you have a hard time being single, being just by yourself, right? A lot of us, we just jump just to have a warm body in the bed. That's why I say I don't like to keep my kids sleeping with me. I don't want to set them up for relationships that they just need somebody there because, they've just got used to that their whole life. So, they don't just get into a relationship because you want a warm body there. So look at that. Have you expanded that then, right? Okay, yeah, the warm body is nice, right? And then this one, I like that. And you expand. It's those feelings, whatever. That's how I had seen it, how it's come through for me, that it's not that person. It's those feelings that you get. And then when I get to it, right? I know this could be the one, but I know when I get to it, there won't be this could be. It'll be this is the one. I don't know. That's my personal thing for myself. What have you done? That dreaming into being. What have you been dreaming into being? What have you been telling yourself, right? And how has that worked out for you, right? You're worthless. You're not going to get this. You're always going to be rejected. And has that worked for you, right? Because Lizard was out, warming himself up on the rock, and along comes Snake. And Snake asked Lizard to share the rock, to have a nap, and Lizard said, why sure, you can come on up here. And the Snake says to Lizard, well, I could just eat you. Lizard said, well, yeah, but I already dreamed you had lunch. So Lizard could have easily dreamt up a hungry Snake. So what are you dreaming into being? How are you expanding on that? Do you keep repeating the same old patterns in relationships, or do you expand them and try something new and get out of your own way? Not waiting for somebody else to change. We have to accept people the way they are. Even if we see their truest potential and, and all that, we have to accept the way they are. And that's how they're going to be. Maybe they're not ready. Maybe they'll grow. Maybe they never will. And hey, that's up to them. We're all in our personal choices. If we want to try and stunt our growth, that's our choice. If we want to grow and expand, free will beings. We cannot do it for anybody else. We can only do that for ourselves. All right, so then let's reflect on that. What are we dreaming into being? What are we dreaming into being? What are those dreams you want to expand on? What are those stories you're telling yourself? Right, because those are those thoughts that'll lead us to those as well. Whether it's dreaming at nighttime, in the daydreams, whatever. Whatever, what are you dreaming? Let's dream it together. Dream, lover, come and rescue me, 'cause I wanna spend forever with you, baby. I was playing at the grocery store yesterday when I went to get dog food. The innocence, see, keep the child alive. The innocence, the inner child, keep that playfulness, right? We're here to protect that child too. Do you keep that child blocked, or have you let that inner child grow up? We get stunted when we go through these abuses, and have you let that little inner child grow up? Has that little inner child felt safe? You might be in an adult body, but does that little inside you feel safe? Feel safe enough to trust? Trust with that innocence of a child? That's how we get taken advantage of each other, because we trust. We're so sweet, we're innocent, but innocent isn't stupidity. Innocence isn't ignorance. We need to get back to that. It's that playfulness. It's that seeing that we're all learning here as we grow. Some of us are growing, some of us are not. Some of us are hanging on those seeds and never planting them or never giving them what they need. But those littles inside, they need us adults to show them. We're full-grown adults. It's our 100% responsibility to heal whatever, when we were children, those older adults did. So we can't keep blaming them. That just holds us back. That keeps us from expanding. That keeps dreaming these cycles till it says, hey, look at the innocence. Look at the innocence. Having that forgiveness for them too. We don't have to have them back in our lives. We don't need to. Right? We don't need to credit them for our strength or anything like that either. Right? But we can just say to this little innocent one in here, I'm not going to let that hurt you no more. The longer we hang on to unforgiveness, the more we're hurting our littles. So think about that. The more we hang on to those harsh emotions, it hurts our littles. I know for me, to shout or whatever, my little does not like shouting, does not like yelling. So when I do that myself, I'm hurting my own little, and I'm even more devastated. When I've raised my voice to my kids, I'm the one more devastated. I'm the one traumatized by that. They're off laughing and playing, right? So let's look at that and do that deep dive, that self-reflection. Look at that. It makes 9 and then the 9. We don't stay on the surface. Let's go deeper. What is that little trying to tell you? If you're having a strong reaction to something, look, deep dive. What is this saying? What did you go through, darling? You know, what did you go through, my little? You know, whatever that is. Maybe you already know. Let's see what that's bringing that attention in. Look, you're well protected. Always safe. We are innocent. Innocent. Beautiful beings. So that's what we're reflecting on, and we're looking at. We're doing those deep dives. We're not just staying on that surface level, doing those deep dives, because we really need to clean out that deep shit if we want our relationships to be expanding. You know, and they should be freeing, not restricting. Relationships should help you grow into the highest vision you ever dreamed of yourself, right? And, and if it's not helping you grow, if your relationships aren't helping you to grow and expand, what is that? Have a look at that for yourself. Right. Never change you for somebody else. Because you know what? Then they might change your mind. You need to be happy with yourself. That's why it always begins within, you know? You're the one that's got to look at yourself in the mirror. You're the one that, you know, whether you got a warm body beside you or not, you're still closing your eyes. Yourself, going into your dreamlands, yourself. You're still going to make that transition to the blue road, yourself, right? So, love yourself. Begin within. See yourself as innocent. No rough. You've caused pain on somebody else. Whatever. Something you've done. Maybe you did. Let's not be hard on ourselves. Let's not beat ourselves up. There's nothing wrong with you. You're absolutely, perfectly imperfect. You are human too. We all signed up for this gig, man. We all signed up for it. What are we going to do with it now? Make a move, 'cause I'm ready. I'm talking to you. Make a move, 'cause I'm ready. Right? I'm sending it out there. That's what you gotta do. Those who know me, see how that works, right? Gets a little bit closer, so retreat. That's it. We're not trying to make things happen. Maybe we got something that's budding right now, or that seed is starting to crack out of the little hole. I don't know. What is that for you? Let's retreat and have a look, right? Sometimes we don't want to keep pushing. We don't want to keep pushing and digging into those memories. We don't want to put anything there either, because sometimes we can. You know, especially if we're already in groups and sharing, sometimes those memories can be implanted because, you know, we think similar or whatever, and it might be able to take on somebody else's vicarious victimization, all that stuff, whatever. But we're retreating and looking at that little, what does that little need to grow and flourish, right? What does that little need to help that little dream come true? Can you do it on your own? No, look at it works best in others, right? Even those monks are not alone up in the mountains. They live right in the monasteries. So they're not truly alone all by themselves. We all need those connections in some way. I mean, even if it's silence, they don't talk, you know, but, you know, whatever, right? We need those retreats. We need those times to go with. And that is an action. It is an action. And be believable. Look at 8, 9, 9, 8, 8, and 9, 9. Look at that. What do we got up here? Well, that's a 9. And that's 11. Wow, cool. Need to retreat and look at, of course, the playful energies over here on the man side. So even if you're a man, get in touch with your flirty woman side, right? Right? See, we all have the divine masculine, divine feminine, hey? We had the man and woman in us, and we had the little boy, little girl in us. All of us. Both energies. So it's time to actively get in touch with that woman energy, your vulnerabilities, your playfulness, your flirtiness, your creativity. That's the woman energy. So retreat into something that you like to do that's creative, that's playful, that connects you to that inner child, that joyful inner child, okay? Because even the most horrible childhoods, there is some little piece of joy or spark, because otherwise, right, you wouldn't have gotten here through till now, right? You had to get here because you're here to help somehow, right? Even if it's just yourself, right? We start by helping ourselves, and when we do that, that then helps others too. It creates that ripple effect because we're all connected. So we make a shift here. Woo, that shifts everything out there too. Whoa, I just got shivers. But it's true. Look at that in your life too. When you've made one switch, what a big difference that made. Even just the way you look at something. We make one little switch, one little tweak, and like, boom, whoa, opens things up so clearly. It's like that radio. You're trying to tune in, right? And just go find, remember those old dials, right? You don't just go digital and just, but when you're trying to find that, it just takes that little, and then you, ooh, there you're all tuned in, right? But a little off this way, a little off that way, it's all staticky. So we got to we're fine-tuning. Because now we've learned about our bodies and all that, how to control our bodies. Now we got to retreat and now fine-tune and learn about those signals and everything that's in there. That's that essential, that creative, because it's given us these signals. What's it signaling you to do? Do you deny it? Do you wait for that big stack of bricks? I mean, I used to say that too, but universe doesn't work that way. We do that to ourselves. That's right. Maybe our higher selves do that. They just slap the bricks at us or whatever. Creator, source, is always gentle with us. Always gentle. Yeah, we had our harshness, whatever you believe, but I always believe we're harder on ourselves. Always. Anyways, there we go. Well, let's return home. There's another 8. Returning home because we've denied that feminine energy for so long. We've denied that creativity. We've made it a weakness to show your feelings. We've made it a weakness to be vulnerable, but that's the strength. To put yourself out there. Wow. To take that risk. You know, whether it turns out or not, you're proud of yourself because I did that. I don't have to wonder how that would have turned out. Oh, if only I said this, if only I did that. If you put all your cards on the table right there, then you know. I had to learn, just throw them up in the air to just make such a big mess, and it might be a little overwhelming, but you got to put it out there and come home. No, come home to your own heart so you know, right? It's that noticing your own needs so you're not placing that on somebody else. And so you're not trying to get that from somebody else. You're not making somebody else responsible to fill your needs, right? Hey, somebody might volunteer for the job. Isn't that great? But we still need to take care of our own needs. 7, 8, 9. There's the steps, right? See how we've camouflaged, how we've hidden, what parts of ourselves we feel would be rejected or that we hide. And we need to bring those out into the light. Because how are you going to be loved fully, holy, and true if you never let your full, whole trueness shine through? You think about that. Or if you hold yourself back, you're waiting for these right conditions and whatever, and then gone. So what is that? I mean, I had that in my life. Waited around, and then somebody said, yeah, that's it, I want you now. And I'm like, sorry. Years I waited. So, look at that now. Because, right, sometimes it's an action. It's only going to be in town for a while, right? The circus is only here, but I didn't get to go. Because, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. What is that for you? Are you holding yourself back? And what is it you're holding yourself back from? Why? What are you afraid of, right? Don't call your fears in. We need to face our fears so we don't call them in. Ay, caramba. My body's kind of feeling like this. Oh my gosh. It is so... I so need a massage. Everything's falling over. But that's okay, right? It all falls apart before it all comes together. You gotta take that jigsaw puzzle apart before you can put it together, right? Right? When you first dump it out the box, it's like a big mess. Doesn't put itself together, no, does it? Nope, it do not. Ow. Ow. I'm really sore. Feeling good, like, but still. I guess that's why I'm pushing it. I've been feeling really, really good. Really, really good. Love and vibes are healing vibes. Love and vibes are healing vibes. Right? Send yourself some love because your body will flourish when it feels loved. Right? So love yourself. Watch how things grow when they feel loved. Love, 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 right? Love yourself. And you know you're worthy. You know what that feels like when you love yourself. And you know what it feels like to be loved. And you'll allow it. You'll know you deserve it too. Right? You want to share it. I know I do. I know I do. I'm cool. I'm not cooler than anybody else, but I know, right? I'm going to appreciate that. Hi, caramba. Hi, caramba. I know somebody's going to appreciate that. And that's why nothing ever worked out till now, right? I don't know. Right? Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Have you met that one? You go, now I know why these other ones didn't work out. And I'm so glad they didn't, because at that time I really wanted them to. Like, wow. I'm so glad I didn't get what I wanted then. Right? I don't know. Was there things where you're so glad you didn't get what you wanted when you thought you wanted something so bad? You put so much energy. It didn't come to fruition. Fruition. Right? What is that for you? What's there something, right? And then let's get out of our way. Let's return home to our truest beings, who we truly are. Whoops. Part of the great oneness divine. All of us. No exceptions. No exceptions. All little innocent babies here, right? Visions. We're getting a new perspective. It's new perspective. We gotta have a new perspective. I just put that on there because it's the one. It just came out one. I haven't even got them all set up, but set vision. What are you dreaming into being? Oh, right. What are you dreaming into being? Hi. Ha. Hurtus me. We're calling in all the energies for the medicine. What? All right. So this is the hangman in the traditional tarot, right? We want a complete immersion. Maybe it's not so clear, right? We got to wait till that settles, till we get that clear view, right? So let's just retreat and let that water settle till we get that vision in that water, that clear vision, right? Because we don't want to dive in there. But are you afraid to completely immerse yourself in something, right? Was that Odin hung himself upside down on the tree and then found the runes or something like that? So you don't need to go to those extremes. But that complete immersion, deep dive into yourself, into your life review. Seeing all that you are, not denying any parts of yourself, accepting it all, loving it all. Yeah, there might be parts you want to change, but it'll change as you love it. Then it'll want to change for you. Right? Otherwise you don't like it, I'll say, F you. I'm going to be all pain in your ass or pain in your neck or I'm going to keep you spinning. So, right? Well, what kind of attitude did you have when you were a kid, right? That kid's still in there. So, right? How did you need to be talking to, right? I don't know. What is that for you? The expansions, the dreaming. What are we dreaming into being? Manifestation, that harvest, that wheel of fortune. 'Tis the season for love. Anytime is, right? So what is that coming into harvest? Your expansion, the storytelling. Is those dreams about to come true? Do you see that? Is that exciting? Are you diving full in? Are you holding back? Are you holding back? Are you retreating when you're being presented with this harvest? This is time. Time to reap what you have sown, right? And maybe it's not coming back from those ones you had given it to, right? But still, all that comes back belongs to you and you deserve it too. What is that? I don't know. Do you tell yourself you don't deserve this? Are you dreaming in somebody that just keeps, What's that harvest? Are you dreaming of that harvest? That abundance? Oh, that wheel of fortune, that this could happen to you. If you don't think it could ever happen to you, if you look, oh, look at those couples. Here comes Valentine's. I'm going to be alone again on Valentine, whatever, right? How do you harvest that? Why don't you be your own Valentine and set up something romantic, which you would want a partner to do for you, or those things that you would like to do for a partner. Is that it? I don't know. Right? Like I went and married my own divine masculine, my own divine feminine. Maybe it's calling in those parts of yourselves, maybe doing a visual of that and bringing those, coming whole in yourself. Right? Then we can fully, wholly commit to somebody else, right? Or make those vows. Maybe we could never actually, what is that? I don't know. What is that for you? What's coming up? But that's the harvest. It's harvest season. What has come in? What's the wheel of fortune have brought to you? Right? How are you seeing that? Are you blocking it out? Are you doing that deep dive? Going, okay, is this a cycle from before? Why? If I'm scared, why am I not reaching out and grabbing this? Whatever that is. Okay, whatever that is. What are you trying to say here? Creator. Source of all. The deep dive. What do you want us to know with that innocence and self-reflection? There we go. Intuition, integration. Rainbows blend. This is a temperance in the regular deck. So something. This is divine order. There's the deep elixir being made there. Oh, and there's two. Two, right? So temperance. It's patience. Everything's being integrated. So we're looking back. We're doing those deep dives and seeing how all of our lives led up to the person that we are now. Right? Prepared us to be that perfect partner to that perfect partner for us. We're all imperfectly, somebody's perfect to somebody, right? And that's just something in my head, D1. They say, oh, they all want D1. They never put themselves out there, and then they don't get D1. Maybe D1 is the one you grow old with. That's all that means. There's only going to be one person you grow old with. Maybe. Whatever that is. I don't know. Right now, we're looking in that childhood. We're reflecting on that, how we've integrated that, taken that love and the lessons, right? Leaving the rest behind and be transmuted, right? We're mixing up the love and the lessons and keeping that as part of us, part of the whole, integrating all that we've learned, right? Your art is your shield and power. Your art is your heart. So how'd that come together, right? How'd you follow those messages? Out. Or does it become something that blocks things out? Let's do that deep dive. Do you hide behind your art? Do you hide behind words and just staying on the surface? Or can you do that deep dive and get right into it? Can you get right into it with your partners, with your relationships? Right? Or do you guard yourself? Your art is your shield and power. Or do you share it? Do you put it out there? 8 of Pipes. That's the channeling. That's the fire energy. That's the passion. What do you have a passion for? Right? Have you integrated that into your life? How does that look? Or have you been told that? Whatever. Have a look at that for yourself. That innocent child. Ooh, has grown. Has gone through so much transformations. Have you allowed that to happen? Have you expanded with it? Right? Oh, I don't know. What's that saying to you in this action? What are you saying to us here, Creator? We've got to retreat, get in touch with that playful, woman-y spirit. We've all denied the woman energy. Even us women's have denied our own women's energy. And even I talk about, I got in touch with my feminine side. There's 2 on this one too. This is important. We're returning home, balancing those energies within us. So where have you been out of balance? Maybe you've been too much in your woman energy and you need to get into your man energy. Whatever. That's the inside you know. 9 of Bowls is the love. We're coming home to our... See the family on the island? We're coming home to that family, coming all together in ourselves. First, we need to be whole within ourselves, all parts of ourselves coming together, accepting ourselves fully, wholly, and completely. Because if we don't, we're going to deny any parts of somebody else that reminds us of the parts of ourselves we reject, whatever. So look inside. Look at that. Major arcana on every single one. Spirit is strong. Woo! Spirit wants to help us all with loving ourselves and feeling lovable this year. Every day. Just open up to it. Get out of your own way. And that's that healing. We're retreating and healing that stuff. Because, hey, we're returning to our spiritual family, because maybe those biological families, and not every single one, whatever, but, you know, because it is cycles, it is learning. Maybe they didn't all grow and expand. Maybe we just keep repeating because this is the story of our family. So we're continuing on the story of our family instead of our own personal stories and building our own families, right? This is what we grow and do, but we're all still part of the one spiritual family. Everything, with the blades of grass, the trees, everything, right? Once we see that healing begins, we can see that harmony. Everything is needed. Everyone belongs here. No exceptions. All those experiences that you went through. That was the art that created you. Right? That was ooh. Right? So let's heal that. That's where our true power lies, right? We need that woman. Woman is the life giver. It's like, man would not be here without that woman. I don't know. There's all different beliefs on that. But look, that's still that baby boy, right? The woman takes care of that man. She's that mama bear. Right? It's got their loving light and the little cubs. But they all get along together. Right? This is the strength card in the traditional deck. That's the strength. That's all of our strength. When we see that we're all part of this great world, how could you feel anything but power? That we're part of this amazing creation, right? The only planet that carries life. Well, maybe it isn't. I don't know. I really don't think so, but... So let's look at that. Let's have that healing. We're retreating to do that healing, getting in touch with that woman energy, that playful spirit, and feeling free to show our vulnerabilities. Be vulnerable this Valentine's Day and share your feelings, right? No worrying. Right? Feel the fear, do it anyway. Like, look at it. Just don't let it hold you back. You need to acknowledge it. What we resist persists. So if we're trying to ignore that fear, it's going to keep coming at us and keep coming at us, right? So we embrace it and going, okay, I'm feeling this, and we get swept away. Get swept away. And it's okay. We're so afraid to lose control because here I'm being vulnerable, and this leaves me open to this person hurting me. You know what? That would be a lesson then too, right? So why guard yourself? When they say grief is the cost of love, I don't know. When you feel that, you know you've loved deeply. So like that says something about you. An amazing being that you could love so deeply. Don't ever stop. Because the world needs more of that. People to love from their pure hearts. Whether they've been broken or not, you know, to know. I can keep going. I was built strong, you know. This just gets me closer. Well, thank you, okay? Thank you. As we spent time here, thank you. Then it gets me closer to the next one, right? Well, thank you. Because now I know, okay, this wasn't it, but, well, okay, thank you for the parts you played. Thank you for being you in this situation, and, right? Yeah, whatever that is for you. But now is the time to get swept away in love. Swept away in that bliss. Oh, whatever that is. Again, if you don't have that partner, you do that for yourself. Do it for yourself. Draw yourself a bath. Put the candles on there. Hey, you want to talk to yourself, you know, in your man voice? Or you don't talk to yourself in your girly voice, too. Go have fun with yourself. Your lovable self, because you are so lovable. All of you. Yes, you are. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, somebody is going to look at you and think you're just a cat's meow. Right? But they're not until you express yourself. The sage is a self well expressed. You express yourself from your wholeness. Right? Not hiding any parts of yourself. This is who I am. You know what? And I don't want anybody that isn't going to accept all that I am. I don't want anybody that isn't going to understand that all parts of me, all my past have been blended and integrated, and it's become this person that's standing before you now. That's how I harvested this beautiful being over here. Still human. Still have feelings. Right? Learning to express myself more, but the more we do it, the easier it becomes, right? And then your art is your shield and power. So are you not expressing yourself to keep yourself shielded? Are you, right? But then again, we don't want to be vulnerable with everybody. Some people just want to take advantage of you. So we need to tune in, get in touch with that body, and listen to those signals. And it'll always tell us. Right? There we go. Beautiful beings. That was a long one today. Have a happy Valentine's Day, y'all. And, yeah, share the love with yourself and then with everyone else, you know? Love from that wholeness. Beautiful beings. Biggest heart hugs ever. Thank you for being you and shining your light through in everything you do. Because you know it. This world needs you. Now more than ever. Needs your love. Needs your light. Because you're the only one that can shine it like you do. Love you. Thank you.